Another benefit of self-inquiry is that it can help us see options that we couldn't see before. Lots of times, our beliefs about how we should be or the world should be pigeonhole us, and without those beliefs, new options become available. So, I'm going to use the inquiry of the three wells. That's the well of compassion, the well of attention, and the well of action. So, the situation is I'm working 2.5 hours away from home, and the way that works is we have bought a used RV and we live in that during the days that I work and then come home the rest of the time. And it looks like this RV has been perfect. You know, we both like the layout. We've looked at many other RVs and feel like we happened upon the perfect one for us. We are hikers. We love to be in national parks, so it looks like it's going to have lots of other potential uses. However, it also requires maintenance. And one day, as we're preparing to drive it, my husband is nervous about how well it's going to start because the ignition was locked up the last time and he had to spray some WD-40 into it to make it work, the key part. And at that moment, I got a lot of tension inside me. And I thought, you mean you think that there's a risk that the RV won't even start and you've known about this for 3 weeks? You can see where those thoughts were going, right? So, inquiry was a great opportunity right then to just pause and have compassion for that part of me that got all anxious about what more maintenance does the RV need? Is it going to be reliable for starting? What's really the state of its runnability? And I just paused and held that part of me that was running down the rabbit hole in compassion. You know, she was just taking on a lot and worrying about a lot and feeling like it was all on her shoulders. So I just held her in compassion and reminded her she's not alone. Then after that, I went to the well of attention. So what's really going on here is that despite all the positives of the RV, it actually does require regular maintenance. And I'm not interested in doing it. And my husband's not particularly interested in doing it. So that leaves no one. So when I really look at the situation, yeah, there's many benefits, but it really has more negatives. And it's just in that moment when I was just honestly putting all my attention there, it became very clear that neither of us want to do the required maintenance. So next was the well of action. Once I quit trying to focus on the positives or gloss things over or try to be can handle it all or whatever, once I let go of all that and just saw clearly what was before me, what was the next action to take? The next action to take was to find other living arrangements and to sell the RV. And actually, other living arrangements were already falling into place through house sitting, and it turned out it was a very easy RV to sell. It was in good demand, lots of interested people. So the action was simply to take those steps. And it turns out, selling the RV wasn't even in our thoughts 2 weeks before that. And lo and behold, we both felt very relieved. So with inquiry, we can find ways that we're boxing ourselves in. We let go of these ideas we have and just be with what is and take the next steps. Again, this inquiry uses the well of compassion, the well of attention, and the well of action. And we find new options available to us. Inquiry is so great at letting us realize that life is so benevolent.